by Lindemans. Discover more.
There was a song that Professor Longhair did called Tipitina. The first time I heard it, it was like the clouds parted and a ray of sunshine fell upon my childish face. Life was never quite the same again, and I doubt whether many days have gone by in the last, I suppose, 20 or 30 years when I haven't listened to a version of that song by somebody, either by Professor Longhair or by the many people who've covered it, or tried to play it myself, or sung it myself. That song has been with me almost every day since I first heard it. And yet, I haven't got the faintest idea what it's about. Not a clue.
Tipitina, tra-la-la-la.
I mean, come on! Come on! Red hot! Red hot! Hot tamales in the red hot, yeah, she got them for sale. Hot tamales in the red hot, yeah, she got them for sale. I got a girl, she's long and tall, sleeps in the kitchen with her face in the hall. Hot tamales in the red hot, yeah, she got them for sale. Yeah, she got them for sale. Yeah, she got them for sale. I think acting and music differ in this one very important respect, that with music, I think you could say that there is as much pleasure, if not more, to be had from making music as there is in listening to music. That's generally not true of acting. In fact, pretty uniformly not true of acting. People don't, for example, go and see a film that they enjoy, then go home and start acting it out with their wife. Oh, I suppose there are some films you could do that with. Bad example. What I mean is, they don't go acting it out with their employer, let's say, or a friend. Oh, hey, let's do that scene. You know, I suddenly can't think of any films. I'm so in a sort of musical frame of mind, I can't think of any films. What's the name of a film? Nope, can't think of any. Nope. Where Eagles Dare, was that a film? Now, I know that there are going to be some people who say that a middle-class, middle-aged, balding Englishman has got no business having anything to do with the blues. And I understand that argument, but at the same time I would say...
I don't mean to say that it isn't a real argument, of course it is. I just mean, what is one supposed to do about it?
I went to the crossroads, fell down on my knees.
How do you force people into the chorales of music they're authorized to like?
I went to the crossroads, fell down on my knees.
Even if you could make all white children like Chopin and all black children like Robert Johnson, why would you?
Said, Lord God of mercy, won't you save me if you please?
Still, there's an argument.
It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you like.
All the music that I care about is all rooted in African tradition. I mean, that's just where it comes from. An African-American interpretation of that music is the beginning fabric of all the clothes that we wear as musicians. New Orleans is the place where this great amalgam happened of African tradition and Spanish and French music and white country music and then white gospel, white interpretation of gospel music. New Orleans is the place where that all got fused, and every mutation that came after, jazz and rhythm and blues and country blues music, you have to sort of approach New Orleans. And it surprises me not at all that someone like Hugh would invest himself so heavily in that city and the legacy of that music.
That city having meant so much to me for so long, it's rather weird that I left it so late, but I realized that I was apprehensive about it. I was, because it had a religious meaning for me, I was worried that I would somehow diminish its power if I actually saw it for real.
I sort of resist the idea that just by going there, you're somehow getting extra points and, extra cosmic lift because you've planted yourself there.
I said, the Lord is my portion. I'm trying to wake up somebody here. The Lord is my portion. Do I need to work on that with somebody? If it's bread, he's bread. If it's water, he's water. If it's a doctor, he's a doctor. If it's a lawyer, he's a lawyer. If it's a friend, he's a friend. Whatever you need, God is.
I have seen, as you have seen, dozens, hundreds of representations, fictional and real, of the Baptist service and church music, but nothing quite prepares you for the extraordinary energy and feeling of joy. I mean, it's absolutely intoxicating. I'm not a religious person, but I was about 20 minutes ago.
In 1870, the world's first underground railway opened.